and for the future of our children. And then there's some other people. Now, I told you guys a while ago that there was a unity slate that was being considered, and that unity slate, you got your mic and everything
Hmm.
set. So that unity slate that was being considered has shifted a little bit. And my understanding is that Lincoln Alvarez is not going to be one of the candidates. That it's going to be some woman. But my source hasn't been able to give me the name of this woman. But she is of Hispanic descent. So there will be a Hispanic woman. My understanding is that Reggie Bledsoe, and then finally Rashan Hassan will be board members or board candidates for this unity slate. My hope is to be able to get them on the show, irrespective of whether I personally uh, believe that Reggie is qualified or not, irrespective of whether or not I believe Rashan Hassan should be pursuing another stay as a board member in the Newark public school system, whether or not I believe or not that this other person that's going to make up the trio of the unity slate is qualified, and I don't even know who they are, so I can't pass judgment on that. But what I can tell them is this: we have quite a number of folks who listen to the radio show, and it's not about you coming on for me. It's whether or not you have enough respect for the folks in the community who listen to this show and who want to be engaged, whether you have enough respect for them to come on to the show and talk about why you should be a board member in North Public School. So that's what I'm going to pressure you to do. But without any further delay, I want to welcome my main man, Keon Corniff, to the show. How you doing, bro?
Hey, Eric. Good morning, brother. How's everything?
Hey, man, I'm just doing what I do.
Yeah, I see you had some real positive vibes in here earlier on a while ago. It was really cool. I was catching off some of the positivity out there. I was like, man, good vibes.
Oh man, well, I mean, everything. Oh, you mean just the Splash Radio family?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. The people who were on before me, Cosmo
Right.
and Lex, their show, Think Like a Boss.
Yeah, that's actually pretty much up my alley right there with the, you
Yeah,
know.
man.
And I was really liking that. I was like, all right. So you see, the universe bring things together,
They
man.
do. They
They
do.
bring it together. It's just
And
like,
those cats are on every Monday from 8 to 10.
see,
So if you guys listen to me, before listening to me, check them out.
yeah, it's pretty good, man. So how's everything? How was the weekend otherwise?
Oh, man, listen.
I heard about that rally, man.
Oh, downtown.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't go. Now, the thing, you're talking about the health
yeah.
care rally thingy, whatever it was. I didn't even look into it. I saw a couple Facebook Live videos of it. I know Menendez and Booker were there. I guess it was to tell President-elect Donald Trump not to repeal the Affordable Care Act. I think that's what it was pretty much about. Like, don't mess with Medicare, Medicaid.
Right. Which is, that's a whole nother. You know what's funny? We should break that down one day.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, but you know what? People believe. You have doctors.
Yeah.
My doctor says that we need to do away with the Affordable Care Act the way that it is currently structured.
Right. I think there's things that could be tweaked. Definitely.
Well, I'm saying the way it's
Yeah.
currently structured. Yeah.
Right.
But people believe. Listen, you got 20 million people who were covered.
Right.
How many millions aren't? Right. See.
America got over 300 and some million people.
Right. Do you
so,
understand what I'm saying? It's a drop in the bucket, right? So we sit and
Right.
say, oh, 200 million people, I mean, 20 million people are covered, but how many millions aren't? And
Who
the
didn't
ones
qualify?
who did not qualify. And then out of the 20 million who are covered, they're paying very, very high premium.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not perfect, guys. I'm not, it needs to be looked at. And so when you say that you don't want to look at it, and look, you had people who were okay when Bernie Sanders was saying, look, we need to reform health care.
Right. Restructure a
We
lot
need
of
to
things.
restructure it.
Right.
Folks didn't take it the way that they're taking it now that Donald Trump is saying. That people are feeling more personal about it because I guess, Donald Trump, even though he beat Hillary Clinton, I believe that a lot of people in the country believe that Donald Trump beat Obama.
Beat Obama.
Yeah, beat Obama.
You know what it is,
yeah,
though?
but you
It's
understand what I'm saying?
because
Because this is Obama's Democratic Party, and Obama came out, and Obama's coalition, and Obama's this, and Obama's that, and so I think that it was really a battle between the will of Donald Trump and the clout of President Obama.
one of the biggest thing about that too, Eric, is the fact that our great president Obama, man, he roast them. It's almost like watch the underdog came back from, like, you remember that presidential banquet they had, or whatever, and he was roasting him in that seat. I'm not gonna lie, even though I don't agree with most of the things the guy do, but I actually must say he had the best revenge yet. Because he became the president.
Well, he did. Now somebody, Debbie Haldane, who listens to the show, she said that she'd be cautious of passing judgment on the legislature in terms of how they voted on a bill because of the things that can be pushed into the bill. And what I would say, Debbie, is I agree with you. But when you look at who sponsors the bill, that's a big part of it for me, right?
Right.
And so I'm looking at the guy, and he's a guy of enormous character in Bernie Sanders. I'm going to go out on a limb, and we can investigate the bill, more carefully. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say that if he put forth this bill, and it was in alignment with how he ran, and the issues he ran on, then I would say that there's nothing hidden in the bill that I wouldn't be okay with.
Yeah, we just, what it is? I'm glad the election went, like, now I got out of my own feelings. And then.
And what were your feelings, man?
About the presidential election?
Yeah.
He's not my president. I still say that.
Oh, come on now. See, I just went through this with Congressman Lewis. They're saying that he's not legitimate. He's not. No, he is the president.
He is the president.
No, he's your president.
No, he's
You're
not.
an American citizen.
He's not my president.
You are an American citizen.
He's the president.
He's the president of the United States of America.
Of America.
And if you're an American citizen, then he is your president.
I don't own him. I don't claim him. He's like the stepchild I don't know.
No. So you saying that George Bush wasn't your president?
No.
Really?
Especially what happened with. Oh, you don't want me to get started with that guy.
He was my president. I didn't like him. I didn't like a lot of what he did, but he was still my president.
Yeah, I don't. But the thing that I will get out of my own feelings and get back into is the fact that, like, I know I got to be stuck with this guy for the next 4 years. I know that much. I know that we're going to have to. He teached us something very valuable, and the thing is that we learned is how to be more urgent, to take things seriously.
We don't take it. No, don't even believe that.
Oh no, we gonna learn that from this.
We won't.
I'm telling you, because we're already doing it. Because a lot more people are now taking a lot more accountability into things.
No.
They want to monitor everything now.
No, they're not.
You don't feel sorry?
Nope.
I think they shaped up a little bit.
I don't think they shaped up at all.
Cause
like I'm telling you, man, I'm sorry.
There's a lot of folks out there really in this guy's business. I mean, even with people around me, just on them, digging. And I mean, like, we're digging.
Yeah, but you know what? See, for me, it's always about key performance indicators, right? So I get that you say that they're digging, they're on them. But I'm saying, okay, you know how you'll be able to tell whether people are really focused and going to move in a different direction?
Right.
Look at the local elections that take place, and you can see whether or not there has been an increase in voter participation. If there's not been an increase in voter participation at the local level, then I'm telling you it's all emotionalism and it'll die off. Because people have to understand that in order to bring about change, you have to bring it about from the bottom up. You can't look and all of a sudden say, oh, you know what, we're going to activate, we're going to mobilize, and we're going to get this president out. What happens is, it is through local government, which is why when these guys run for office, why do you think they zigzag all across the country? And who do you think they're meeting with?
They want to get that electorate.
Yes, they're meeting with elected officials in these different counties across the country, right? And those elected officials in those counties should have been able to engage, organize, and mobilize an electorate that can come out in support of that candidate. So if it's not being done here on the grassroots level, it ain't gonna happen.
And you know what, too? A lot of people need to be taught that.
They do.
Because they don't understand that your vote doesn't really matter if it's not making the elector stronger.
But you know what? We need to be taught a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I was looking at a video this morning, and I was getting ready to post something, and I couldn't figure out exactly how to type it, like how I want to say it. So I'm just going to say it, and it may be politically incorrect, and it won't be the last time I said anything politically incorrect.
I like the
But
disclaimer.
this woman, it was an Essence interview, right, from Essence magazine. And
Right.
the woman was on there, and she said, you know, I think she said her niece went to bed, election day or election night, believing she was going to wake up in the morning with the first woman president. And then she said, all her niece ever knew as president was Obama. So I'm imagining her niece has to be around 10 years old, right?
Right.
So she went to bed, 10-year-old kid goes to bed believing that Hillary Clinton is going to be the next president of the United States. She said her niece woke up in the morning to realize that Donald Trump had won and then asked her, do we have to move? Now, what I want to say to you is this. Shame on you. This has nothing to do with Donald Trump. It has to do with you and that kid's parents. Because my kids didn't wake up thinking that they had to move, because I explained to my children the electoral process. I explained to them civics. I explained to them how things work in this country. And so if you didn't do that, and you let your 10-year-old kid believe that because this man won, all of a sudden you guys may have to pack your bags and leave, shame on you. And so that's what I say to us not teaching our kids properly. So I don't want to hear this, because I think it's just, and I don't, it's just the, what they call it, the violin fiddle or whatever playing, trying to pull at somebody's heartstrings. Oh, my kid believed that, they were going to have to move. Well, no. So during the entire election, and even if you're Hispanic, when Donald Trump was saying we're going to build a wall and that we're going to do this with all of, we're going to have mass deportation, you didn't sit down and talk to your kids about that? You just allowed them to watch the television and hear that, and you didn't have a comment or two or three?
Right.
Stop. So stop the nonsense.
And, it's like a sheep. I always say it's the sheep effect too. A lot of us, because we don't understand things, we just take it how we get it. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like watching the news. If I hear something, I go do my own diligent research. And that's what people don't want to do. They're the microwave effect, right? They want it now, give it to me right now, quick. Right? I don't want to do no research. Just tell me what you know.
Yeah.
All right? I'm the type of person like, yeah, I know what you know, but I want to know more about what you know.
No, you know what they think they know.
Right, I know exactly, right? I know what you think you know, but then I'm going to go back that up with some my own facts from my diligent research.
Yeah.
Right? Because if it sounds interesting, maybe I should go research that. Maybe I should question something, right? And that's the thing. We live in a society where people don't want to question nothing. They just want to take it as it is. One of the things I talk about in our training, Eric, I was like, don't just believe me. Question me.
Yeah.
Question me.
Well, wait a minute. Who was the president that said trust but verify? That was Ronald Reagan, right? So this is what Debbie Dean Hall is saying to me. Well, verify it. And so due diligence, hashtag, well played, Debbie Dean Hall. And I will, Debbie Hall Dean, and I will do that.
Right. Trust but verify, right?
Trust but verify.
So
I'm going to look into the bill. I'll have a little more information to offer tomorrow. But I got to tell you this. I would be shocked. I'd be absolutely shocked, Debbie, if Bernie Sanders put out a bill that was going to run contrary to who he has been, not only as a mayor, but as a senator, as a congressman, as a senator, and then as a presidential candidate. I would be shocked. But I will look into it, and I'll get back to you with all of the information.
I wonder if we could get Bernie on the show.
Dude, you know what? I would love to do that. But you know who I am going to get on the show?
Who?
The guy who was his Democratic chairman here in New Jersey, and he's running for governor, Wisniewski.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to get him on the show.
That'd
I've
be
been in
nice.
touch with his office, and we're hoping to have him on. Also, I'm hoping to be able to get Phil Murphy on. I've had him
Nice.
on once, but I hope to get him on again.
Right.
I'm hoping to get the current lieutenant